Hi, so I'm now on my Easter holidays and it's just as well because the latest Battle for Azeroth Alpha build brought with it a lot of stuff to go through. Wow. But as a raider, top of the list for me is the faction-specific raid achievements. So what has been data mined is there's going to be a raid achievement for World 100 Alliance Guild, World 100 Horde Guild for the end bosses of raids. Now, that means, first of all, one thing, surely, that there's going to be official world rankings. At the moment, when we talk about world ranks, someone says they're world first or world top 10, world 100. Where do we go for that information? We go to WoW Progress, which is a third-party site. It's not directly connected to Blizzard. They're their own people. This suggests that Blizzard are going to do their own league tables for raid achievements. That's very important, and it's about time. Over the years, there have been leaderboards on the official forums. There have been leaderboards for PvP in vanilla, had to be. But there's been various other types of PvP, arenas, battlegrounds. Is the sort of stuff that sometimes they've done leaderboards on. Challenge modes, Mythic Plus to do the invitational. But raiding is the premier content. Now, they always do a really good job on the raids. But there's nothing on the official forums about achievements for them. It looks like now there's going to be. So then we think about, okay, so what are Blizzard doing this for? Now, that can sometimes be two things, really. It's like, what do Blizzard intend out of this? And what's actually going to happen? Because sometimes Blizzard do put things in the game to try and change our behaviour in a particular way. And it doesn't always pan out like that because they don't always get the behaviour they expect. And achievements are all about behaviour from Blizzard's point of view. From some people's point of view, it's about a way of having a goal in mind. So the person, for example, who in the last week got every single Legion achievement. They've done everything in Legion. Every single achievement. Wow. That was their goal. That was their point at which they think, yes, I've now done it. But from Blizzard's point of view, it's a way of encouraging people to do more content, to stay in the game longer, put little rewards in every now and then, titles, mounts, that sort of thing, for some of the more difficult ones. So what's the behaviour Blizzard trying to get with this? Because it's faction specific. They're not just saying World Top 100 Guild. Specifically, World Top 100 Horde Guild, World Top 100 Alliance Guild. Two things came to mind. The least likely I'll go through first. So at BlizzCon, Blizzard raised the issue of faction-specific bosses. So I straight away, and ever since then, have been saying, well, when we have these faction-specific bosses, what we're likely to be getting is a situation where they're basically the same fight. Same mechanics, everything the same, just cosmetically different, just different characters. That's the only thing that makes sense. Maybe that's not the case. Maybe Blizzard will be doing what they think is designing two equal difficulty bosses, but that they're mechanically at least a little different, if not completely different. I think that's unlikely because I think there would be a lot of complaints. First of all, it's very difficult to design them exactly equal to each other because, one boss might be easier or harder depending on the, composition of your raid. And if one of them is made easier by the presence of classes or specs that are traditionally difficult to recruit, or specifically at that particular point difficult to recruit, then that's going to be perceived as being more difficult. Even if Blizzard say, well, if you had a balanced roster, they're equal difficulty. But how many guilds realistically have the balanced roster they would prefer? Not that many. So that's unlikely, but possible. The other one, which is much more likely. So I've talked about this in the past. There is an issue at the moment with a massive imbalance of Horde over Alliance players, in particular in Mythic raiding, and in particular at the sharp end. So a lot of guilds go Horde for a couple of reasons. First of all, for racials. In fact, Scrub Busters, a great Alliance guild, have gone Horde now because they're going Horde for Battle for Azeroth. And they cited two reasons, and these are the two reasons that everyone basically has. One is the Horde racials are generally a bit better. Not massively, but every now, for a top guild like that, it can help. But the other reason is the one that affects everyone, and that is there's just so many more players. It becomes so much more easy to recruit. I've been told even by Horde guilds that Legion has been very difficult to recruit in. But I'll tell you what, as someone who's experienced trying to recruit as Alliance, it is all but impossible at certain times to get the people you want or to get the classes and specs you want at the right level. it's been monumentally difficult, especially for Alliance guilds. In the guild I'm at the moment, which I'm not recruiting for, but the guild I'm at the moment, we lost a Shadow Priest a couple of months ago or something like that. Maybe more. We haven't been able to replace them. Just straight up, even after all this time, have not got a new Shadow Priest. We're suffering for it. You know, ranged in general we're struggling with. So maybe this is a way of rebalancing that. They can't rebalance it with racials, because even if they were to get rid of racials having an effect in the game, which I would like, there's already so many more Horde guilds and so many more Horde players that people are more likely to go Horde because they're less likely to find themselves in a guild that struggles to recruit and breaks up. And also, if their guild doesn't work out, they're more likely to be able to find another guild on the same server so they don't have to transfer. Those are the things that go through people's heads. So with this, we have a situation. So imagine you're in a mythic guild and you're at the, you know, you're a serious progress mythic guild. So you care about your world ranking. And you're looking at the lie of the land and you think to yourself, we're probably not going to get World 100 Horde. We'll probably fall outside it. But I reckon we could get World 100 Alliance. In that situation, some of those guilds, not all, but some of them, may be encouraged to go Alliance, as they're now going to get an achievement that's, you know, in-game that says how well their guild did on a particular thing that will last for years. And that's a strong carrot for a progress-minded guild. That could well change the behaviour, and because I think Legion has been very, very bad for Alliance Guild. I worried before I saw this that actually BFA could be the nail in the coffin for Alliance raiding at the sharp end. And this may well redress the balance, and it could actually work. It actually could work. So then I was thinking to myself, but there's only so many guilds that would think like that, because the only guilds that would change their behaviour as a result of this are the ones that, one, would not be confident of finishing top 100 Horde, two, would be confident of finishing top 100 Alliance, and three, can have all their members move, have the money in their guild to actually transfer. Because some guilds, it's just straight away, you know, if 15 of their roster don't want to move or can't move, then straight away that plan's not working. That's only so many guilds. That is only so many guilds. But let's say that the reason we data mine this, Blizzard have put it in the files deliberately to get a debate going. So they're going to see how we react to it. And if we act positively to it and it looks like it will achieve those stated aims, maybe they could do a lot more, because I can see a real change in behaviour, especially at the mythic end, if they did things, for example, like World First Alliance and Horde, World Top 10 Alliance and Horde, World Top 50, Top 100, Top 250, Top 500. In that case, I think you could seriously change the behaviour of a lot of guilds and go some way. I'm not going to say it would completely rebalance the Horde and Alliance balance in mythic raiding, but it could actually seriously go some way to not just arresting the slide that there is into Horde, but actually reverse it. If that happens, then I think this would be an amazing idea. And so much so that what I'm going to do is link below a forum post. I'm just going to have a look on the official forums now. If there's already a post about it, I'm going to add my thoughts to it, and I'm going to link it down below. If not, I'm going to create one, and I would encourage people to take part in that debate, because this could be one of the most exciting things to so far come out of BFA that I have seen. But for raiders, and particularly for mythic raiders, you know, this could be amazing. So I would encourage people to take part in that debate, whether you agree or disagree, by the way. And thanks very much for listening to the video. If you've got to the end of it, don't forget to give it a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Wait for more news videos on BFA, because there's a lot more I want to talk about over the next few days. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'll see you later.